It's Sunday at 2:38 and welcome to Grizzly Bear Radios. It's a new channel and it talks about old radios, as I think you must already have worked out, and my other great passion, which is classic cars. So let's talk about radios. We've got a big selection of radios that we're working on. I don't claim to be an expert, far from it. I am learning about old radios. So if I get it wrong, perhaps you'd be kind enough to help me get it right. And if you want to share your experience with me, I will gratefully receive it. It's an exciting thing, old radios, and I guess that's, if you're watching this video, you must think the same. A couple of things of interest in the equipment that we've got. I am a great fan of the American multimeters, and the two top brands of multimeters in America, and some would argue in the world, is the Triplet and the Simpson. And there is great rivalry in America between the two. And if you watch any of the electronic vintage radio etc. programs that are on YouTube, and the great majority come from the States, you'll see them using on their workbench in their shop either a Triplet or a Simpson. They're still being used today. I think they're still the benchmark of multimeters today if you want an analog multimeter. And who am I to say which is the best? They're fantastic. And in a later video we can perhaps take the back off these, and people like EEV Blog, who is well recognized as an expert in such things, describes the inside of his Triplet as a work of art. And I think, as you will see in future videos, I think he's probably right. They are just amazing bit of kit. I have actually ended up with quite a lot of them. So if ever you fancy buying a Simpson or a Triplet multimeter, or simply want to know more about them, you can always call me on 07818 690 412. That's 07818 690 412. Leave a message and we'll come back to you. There's happy to sell one of the meters I've got to a fellow enthusiast, so you can actually get into why these American meters are just so good. That's a bit special. That's a Triplet 850, huge bit of kit, and just really important to use with the probe still today. That's the Viz versions up there, made by RCL, and again, you know, they're really heavy aluminium casing, made to last forever, and as I said, you'll see them being used in workshops on the American YouTube clips even today. The rest of the stuff you can see I've got a Panasonic up there. It's a really good receiver. It's a RF3100L. I think it's a really good bit of kit. I've got Yasu FRG7700, and this slightly older version of the same brand, and that's an FR50B. Really enjoy in learning about this hobby and understanding old radios. And over the next few weeks you'll see many of the very different radios we've got. I've got a lot of the Bush DAC 90s because I love them. My favourite radio of all is probably a Bush VHF 81, and I've got a few of those. I just love them. They're just my attraction in radios is A, that they work and make wonderful sound, but two, that they look slightly funky in their design. They're just a bit different, and I think the Bush VHF 81 again is slightly funky in its design. A radio that we're going to do a video on very soon is a radio I've got, which is a Saba, the top of the range Saba, and it is just amazing. The sound has to be as good as any top Wi-Fi, and that's maybe because it's valves or because of the wooden cabinet or both. I don't know. I'm not enough of an expert, but it sounds amazing. And when you think that in the 50s, when a lot of people were earning less than £10 a week, to buy a Saba was just a fortune. Would have just been beyond most people's wildest dreams. And that was at a time when Germany were making phenomenal radios. Grundig, they were just making amazing radios. And we can do a comparison in that video between the Saba and the Grundig, and you can tell me which one you think tops the bill. I think it's the Saba. I think the Saba's got to be the Rolls Royce of radios of that period. But again, I'm interested for you to tell me what you think. Anyway, here is an old radio that I picked up. It's a Roberts. It's a little catch here, which I think is quite funky, and that opens up to give you the short, medium and long, the volume and tone. It just is lovely. It tunes in. It is just a gorgeous piece of kit. Got Roberts radio here, RR. I just think it's beautifully made. It's so really well put together. Again, another catch here. It's just unbelievable. And here you see inside, it's run by batteries. Just beautifully made, wooden casing, simply made, great bit of kit. If you'd like to buy it, ring that number, and you can finish the rest of the work and restoring it to its former glory. But it's in beautiful condition, and you can imagine people in that period going on picnics and things, taking this radio, lifting it top, tuning in, and hearing all that's going on. In a future video, we'll have this playing alongside a Murphy radio, which is a similar design but different, if that makes any sense at all. And you'll see just why these radios were that bit special. I think they are the sound and the tone is just absolutely amazing. So I think you can judge for yourself when you see them. I've also got a Sony IS 2020 over there. I've got a Grundig 3400 at the back. You can see we're not actually short of radios. I've got this amazing bit of kit down here, which is a Decca. For some reason that's not powering up, and we've got to do some work on that, but it is just an amazing bit of kit on its stand. And I guess that would be late 50s, early 60s, but you tell me if you think I'm right or wrong. So that's what we're doing. I hope you'll want to come on a journey with me. I hope you'll enjoy it. You can see we've got lots of equipment to try and learn to use and enjoy, and I think it's great. I think they're great bits of kit. Down there is my, as I referred to earlier, is a VHF 81, my favourite radio of all time, and the variations of it. There's more at the back. They're my favourite because I've got a lot of them. Dead simple radio. I love the toaster, as they call it, and it's pretty obvious why it's called the toaster. It's great. This one here, shock and horror to the purists, is a Bush radio that really was beyond repair inside. It had been completely trashed. The case is wonderful. That's been converted to Bluetooth, and is just great. I'll get it going for you, and you can tell me. I can't play it for long because I'm told if you play it for too long, you get copyright shouting at you. But it'll give you an idea of just how great it is. I can get it linked up to my phone, and I can play. Here we go. Beautiful tone, really suitable for works on the volume control here, and just a nice piece of furniture for your house that is now Bluetooth and works. What I don't know, and what would be interesting, is if I could convert one that's Bluetooth and fit that small panel on the top or somewhere, so that it was also a valve radio, but could be switched over to Bluetooth if that is what you wanted to do. I'm not sure if that's been done, and I'd be interested to find out. So that's where we are. We live in crazy times at the moment, don't we? And somebody said to me the other day that they were at Waterloo Station and they took some photographs of the passengers milling in that really busy area of Waterloo Station, and all the people trying to stay 2 meters apart, wearing masks. And they took some photographs because in 20 years' time it's going to be almost impossible for people to understand who didn't experience it, just the crazy world we're in, and the impact that's having on our economy, and because we're dealing with something that nobody knows. Nobody knows if it's going to come back this winter. Nobody knows how severe it is and how long it stays in existence. They're crazy times. But I think out of those crazy times, and the reason why I raise it, is there seems to be, because of what we've gone through and are going through, a look back to old values, and just reflecting on what your priorities in life really are. And maybe that's why there seems to be a resurgence in interest in old radios and stuff like that. I love it. So if you like what we're going to do, press the subscribe button. Really do please press the subscribe button because we want to make this work. You can tell me you don't like it later, but for now just press that subscribe button and press the like button, and you will really help me a lot in trying to do this, to try and learn about old radios and just be of interest to you. I'm not an expert, as I said. I'm slow to learn, but I'm very, very keen to learn. So press that button and let's go on this journey together. See you soon. Bye.